Hey guys, it's Jeff Wilson, John Moore, and this is day 2 of the video vlogs we're doing from Texas Rangers minor league spring training. Today, I'm wearing a hat because I got sunburned yesterday. You spent 4 hours out there. You were smart enough to wear a hat. I wasn't. And I saw some things today that, now that I knew what we were doing, some guys that impressed me. What about you? Was there anybody out there that you were like, okay, this...
Yeah, well, it was a big day pitching-wise. Bullpen sessions, Jack Leiter, Cody Bradford, Owen White were all scrunched together, pitching at the same time.
Just put a video out on that, guys. You need to go subscribe to this. This is going to be in the YouTube channel, Texas Rangers Baseball Podcast YouTube channel. So go subscribe to that.
Yeah, they pitched, and then Cole Reagan's also pitched. Matt Bush pitched. So there's names and guys you want to see. Guys, Matt Bush should probably going to be on the major league roster, I would assume. So that was exciting. And then another video we posted. Blaine Crim. I mean, he's only 2 months removed from dominating the Puerto Rican Winter League, but he looks like he just stepped out of that league. I mean, he's so dialed in right now. He hit at least one home run that we saw on video.
So we got one on video. I stopped the video, walked away, and he hit 2 more in a row. This is live batting practice. This isn't somebody tossing it up or just batting practice. He was facing a live arm that was throwing to him, and he hit 3 home runs off that guy.
Yeah, and I think he had a couple doubles too earlier in the round. So I mean, he's and all he's done is hit since he came to the organization, and there's concerns he's a right-handed hitting first baseman, but at a position that profiles ideally for a lefty bat. But I don't care, if you can hit, you can hit, and he's got to get a chance. And it's a more natural thing than like Curtis Terry. So he's probably going to be a better pro than Curtis Terry will. And that's not just judging Curtis Terry on what he did last year in those handful of at-bats.
Right.
You're at least curious to see it, I would think. And
I am.
Again, it was very good today. It's been very good all off season.
I think he starts at AA maybe, but he's going to be at AAA pretty soon. I tell you, somebody today, especially with the injury that we saw to Josh Young, somebody that I saw today who was more sleek than I ever realized, and that was Davis Wenzel. I mean, he is smooth in the infield.
Yeah, and a couple of the people we've talked to in the last 2 days have kind of raved about the way he's moving. To your point,
yes,
he's added more power. He's healthy because he had that hamate bone, which is somewhere in here. Yeah, and useless, but it screws you up.
Right.
Even when you come back, it's still not right. And so he kind of dealt with that all year. Only had 238 at bats, I think, somewhere in there. He did finish at AAA. I'm guessing that's where he starts. But I mean, it would not be a shock at all if he's in the major leagues this year. Not at all.
And we talked about it earlier, where those 3 guys in that one video that we put out. You talk about people thinking highly of them. All the people that were around us watching these 3. You had Cody Bradford, you had Owen White, and Jack Leiter. They're all in a video I put out together. They were 3 in a row. And guys, they had people all around there. Chris Woodward came out. There were people walking around that wanted to see these guys throw. That's 3. Sure. That could be 3/5 of the rotation right there.
Yeah, and people probably don't know a lot about Bradford just because he was drafted in 19, coming off of thoracic outlet syndrome.
Right.
Didn't pitch in 20. Had a really good year last year, and his stock just keeps rising, and he's a college polished guy.
Left-handed.
Fastball changeup. He's from Aledo, for those of you from the Metroplex, so you know where that is. Local guy, went to Baylor. So just a tremendous kid. So I think that it's somebody to keep an eye on for sure. He finished at Frisco. I'm assuming he's going to start there again.
Right.
But he could move, and in a year that's still about development, watch what he does, because that could be a name that surfaces in the major leagues next year.
I've got 2 or 3 names to watch. I'm putting out another video later. Chris Cease, who's dealt with injuries, who at one time, I kid you not, that I heard from someone in this organization, they thought that was the guy that was going to replace Elvis Andrus.
Sure.
He dealt with 3 straight, not just small injuries. He had major injuries. He had right shoulder, then left shoulder, then he tears up his knee. I got some ground balls from him today that I'm putting out. I want to see him hit. I missed that. Another guy you talked about yesterday was Marcus Smith. He didn't hit out there today where I could video. I'm going to get some video of Marcus Smith. This is the guy that was the lead player in that trade, Mike Minor trade, where Dustin Harris came. Dustin Harris has climbed up in the top 5 prospects.
Yeah.
He was not the prospect, the main prospect. The main one was Marcus Smith, who was hamstring. Is that right?
Yeah, chronic hamstring.
So I'm going to get some of those tomorrow. Get some videos of that when hopefully they're going to be out there doing that. But I tell you what, we're seeing a lot of kids, and I'm not going to say who has said this, but I've heard 2 people say this to me now. For the players not being here, the major league players in the 40-man roster spots, they might be behind these guys.
Yeah.
And it might leave out some guys that are kind of on the fringe, because I'm telling you, the guys getting work right now are jumping ahead.
Yeah, for sure.
And this person, who you all know and respect, says it's not that I don't think these guys are working in the off season, but we've got complete control of these guys that are here.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the ridiculous things of the lockout, is that the major league coaching staff and front office do not know what is happening with players with any certainty. They might hear things that wouldn't be a shock at all, but they haven't been able to go watch Sam Huff, let's say, work out, or Corey Seager and Marcus Semien. I mean, they're going to make the roster, but those fringy guys, Nick Solak, maybe Yanni Hernandez, Andy Ibanez, think
even Willie Calhoun.
Think of that. If they're they haven't been monitored, and that really is a concern for the coaching staff.
Yeah, and the major league coaching staff, who's really not hands-on with these minor leaguers, they're just kind of wondering and watching, but they can't really get out there and work. Well, I guess they could, but they're just not. But I tell you, there's some hope tonight that the lockout. I don't know. They say positive things and acts like that they're actually making some way. But tomorrow, anything you're looking forward to tomorrow? Have we heard anybody who's throwing?
Zach Kent is throwing tomorrow. TK Roby, Mason Englert. So some good guys for sure. I think Avery Weems is also gonna get up there on the mound. Nice guy. He introduced himself to us the other day and had a good chat. So I just guys who you haven't seen, maybe
Right.
So I look forward to that.
We'll get some videos of them tomorrow.
Yeah,
okay. Sure. Guys, we're going to head out of here. We're going to go to Booty's here in a minute. We might play a little trivia, do whatever, and then Jeff's got to write some more, and I got some more videos to put out. Besides that, guys, we'll see you at the yard.